Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned.
Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz. Well, guys, that didn't take long. Rene El Chulo Santiago, Humacao's Puerto Rico's favorite son, is officially set to defend his WBO title at 108 pounds against fellow champion, WBA champion, 10-0, 8 KOs from Japan, Kyosuke Takami. Now, the last time I did a video about Chulo Santiago was what? Yesterday, day before, just recently. About him fighting a unification fight with one of the champions. And here we are now, because on December 17th in Japan, Chulo Santiago, Rene, is going to fight Kyosuke Takami in a unification battle. And once again, Chulo Santiago, man, he's going to have to take that long-ass, brutal trip to Japan. And I'm not as worried because this ain't the first time. You know, he's done this before when he went over there to fight Shokichi Iwata and take his title. So, like I said in the last video about Rene, he has what it takes to get the job done. But like I said, it's going to be a uphill battle because these champions are no slouch. They all can punch, they're good, and they're champions for a reason. But Rene is no exception. He is a champion as well. He has good punching power. He's rugged. He likes to mix it up. Tiene un buen boxeo también. He has good boxing skills as well. Just giving a little translation there. I expect a good fight, man. Like I said in the last video, Rene is gonna give it to these champions. He's gonna bring it to these champions, win or lose, and produce some tremendous scraps. Now y'all know I back up my Puerto Rican fighters, but this is gonna be a hard battle. This is gonna be a tough fight. Kyosuke Takami, like I've said it before in the past, and I continue to say it, Japan has some tremendous fighters, great fighters. They're one of the hotbeds in boxing. So many great talent, so many great fighters. And Kyosuke Takami is no exception, man. He's a tremendous fighter, and good punching power, excitement. This fight, styles big fights, and Rene and Kiyosaki is gonna bring in a banger at 108 pounds. May the best man win in this one. It's gonna be a tough fight. You know, I can't sit here and say who's gonna win. Rene Santiago, I think his best bet is to use the same style and strategy he did against Shokichi Iwata. You know, use his legs, move around, use your jab, box, counter punch. Because Kyosuke Takami, as good as he is, hard puncher, very exciting, and he's pretty tall and rangy. You know, he's 5'5". Rene is 5'3". Kyosuke's gonna have a almost 4-inch reach advantage from the armpit to the end of the fist. A very famous line that Jim Lampley used to say back on HBO days: from the armpit to the end of the fist. And Rene is gonna have a 62.5 reach from the armpit to the end of the fist. So he's gonna have a almost 4-inch reach disadvantage, unfortunately, and height. You know, but being the smaller man, he's gonna have to find a way to get inside, because Ryosuke has decent speed, of course, good solid power. Like most Japanese fighters, they're very explosive. But he's not, like I said, he has pretty good speed. but he's not the quickest. His defense is not the best, and even Shokichi Iwata, man, if you see him work on the mids, he has blazing hand speed. But still, Rene was able to neutralize and outbox Shokichi Iwata. So Rene, I can see Rene also going in there and outboxing Kyosuke Takami. He has the capabilities to do so. Like I said, use his feet, use his jab, counter punch. Yes, the only problem is he's going to be on the outside of a long, rangy fighter with power. But he can also use that height advantage to get inside and counterpunch Ryosuke and catch him in exchanges. Because Santiago, like I said, he has good power too. Um, Respectable power at best. So it's a tremendous fight. I think if Rene Chulo Santiago is able to box and move around and actually counterpunch on the inside, duck underneath those big power shots, from the taller and longer rangier fighter in Kyosuke Takami, he will have a lot of success. But if he stays at range for Kyosuke Takami, like on the outside, it's gonna be a long night for Rene, and likely short, because Takami can end a fight one punch. But I can see also Rene outboxing and moving around and actually boxing to Kyosuke Takami to a decision, like how he did Shokichi Iwata. You know, who knows, man? Let's see what happens. It's a hard fight to predict, but I know it's gonna be a tremendous scrap. And yep, Rene El Chulo Santiago will defend his WBO championship against the WBA champion Kyosuke Takami out of Japan, in Japan, and in a unification fight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think about this fight in the comment section below. Who do you guys got? And yeah, Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm your host and Cruz. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.